today's video, you're going to learn all about different types of play and why each of these types of play is crucial for our children. Stick with me until the end so I can share a resource with you where you can start to reclaim these types of play in your own home and watch your children flourish and thrive. If you want to love parenting and parent from love, slam on that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're sure to be told every time I drop a new episode on Mondays.
The Parenting Junkie.
Hi, I'm Avital. I'm a mindful parenting coach. I'm the mother of 4, and I've been truly blessed to be helping thousands of parents doing what I love most, talking about presence, peace, and play. In today's video, I'm going to outline for you exactly the importance of independent play and the types of play that you want to make sure your child is getting. So if you're ready to jump in, hit that like button and let's get going. Number 1, developing skills. Children develop skills through play. We often in our culture tragically think that there is work, meaningful work, and then there is play. And play is what you do when you're done with all your work. And this is such a deep misunderstanding of how children learn, of how they develop skills. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a baby learn to walk? Let me know in the comments below if you've witnessed a baby learning to walk. Did they need to be told to learn to walk? Did they need gold stars or textbooks or rewards or punishments and bribes if they weren't going to learn to walk? Or were they so driven and curious and interested to explore by themselves to learn to walk? Chances are that if a baby is developing in a healthy way, they're going to be unstoppable in their quest to learn how to walk. And that's not to say that they might not need some support and that they don't need the right environment. They absolutely do. But the point is that they are hardwired to pick up the skills that are relevant in their culture and in their species. Humans walk, and so children learn that. Same as learning language. Children learn language naturally. Now, they learn it through play, through testing things out, through peekaboo games and through copying games and through sing-song, etc. This is how children develop skills. And if you let children play for hours on end every single day, you will watch them develop the most amazing skills within their culture. They'll learn how to use the tools and utensils that we use in this culture. They'll learn how to communicate different things. They'll learn how to use their bodies in the way that adults do in their culture. They'll learn how to walk, skip, run, hop, jump, turn upside down, flip around, etc. They'll learn so many new skills, including reading and writing, including mathematical skills. If you read the research about children who play freely, you will find that they learn all about number sense, all about language just through play. And so free play, unstructured play is so crucial in this regard. It is the place that children develop and learn new skills. Number 2, children in play learn to take risks. They learn how to go to the edge of their comfort zone in any area, be it physical, emotional, academic, or social. They learn how to just take themselves over the threshold of discomfort to the place where they can't quite do that thing, and then they master it by visiting that edge. Listen, this is natural in all young cubs, essentially, all small animals, young animals. If you watch mountain goats or monkeys, what you will see is that the young children are always swinging on a tree that's just slightly out of their reach, just slightly too hard, or climbing up a mountain that's slightly too difficult for them. And this is how they master skills. Number 1, right? Developing skills, because they take risks. They push themselves naturally. And what do we do in our culture? We come in and push them ourselves. And then they protect themselves and they get defensive and they say, no, I don't want to learn to read. I don't want to climb the stairs or whatever because you're pushing me. But when we don't push them, what we see is that children naturally challenge themselves. They naturally push themselves. And you'll see this in the most classic games. For example, a game of catch. Why do children like to play catch or hide and seek? Have you ever asked yourself this? Why is this a universal game that children enjoy? Well, the reason is because they want to put themselves in places where they have to stretch their skills, where they're a little bit in danger, right? That's the point of play often, is to simulate an adult reality, such as being chased or such as getting lost. These are situations that are realities for humans. And so learning how to actually handle those situations through constant simulator throughout childhood, where they're able to pretend but still experience that exhilaration. Have you played catch recently? You really get nervous, you really run away, you really experience all of the same neuronal firings that you would in a real chase, except it's without the real price that you might pay, right? If you were chased by a lion. If you're chased by your friends, you are able to practice all of those skills, to learn about risk-taking, to expand your edge, to push past that point of discomfort to the next level so you can run faster and hide smarter. But you learn to do so in a safe environment. And that is so important through play. And children will do that in any area of life, be it catch or hide and seek, or be it caring for a dolly or fighting with a friend. That's what they'll do through play. They will push themselves to take risks. They'll climb a little higher. They'll do something that's a little bit too hard for them. And so it's so important to allow free play so that they can explore those risks and take those risks in a safe environment. Number 3 is scientific exploration. Listen, ironically, all of us parents who want our children to turn out like Albert Einstein, perhaps the most famous scientists of all time, buy CDs like Baby Einstein and play music for them and try to enrich them and try to teach them and push them and cajole them and mold them and expose them to science as much as possible. Not realizing that Albert Einstein himself was a master of play. He said that play is the highest form of research. And in fact, for him, all of his physics was play. It was just so fascinating. He was just following his curiosity like a child. Children are born scientists. They're born ready to explore and experiment. They will pour the cup. They will push things over. They will mix things, touch things, grab things, taste things. They want to see. They want to look. They want to stop on the side of the road and stare at the snail. And we are hurrying them along and saying, don't touch that, don't spill that, why are you doing that? Why are you making a mess? Taking it personally, thinking it's an affront, thinking that they are too slow or too fast or too curious. That is the scientific exploration at work in childhood, and it's such a beautiful thing to preserve as much as possible. Children are naturally curious about the world. They're asking why. They're interested to see. Now, is it convenient? No. But raising children is not convenient. Don't do it if you want a convenient life. As Alfie Kohn says, you're probably better off raising tropical fish, because children are inconvenient. They need a lot of interaction and they want answers and they want to go at their own pace and they want to be able to taste, touch and smell and get their hands and everything else dirty. That's the power of scientific exploration. And so this is sensory play at its finest. It's mixing colors. It's measuring things out with sand or water or beans. Allowing our children to be scientific explorers is going to set that stage, going to really ground them in their curiosity and set them up for a lifelong curiosity, which is such a beautiful thing. The next one is the ability to construct worlds. In play, children can be the masters, the directors of their own worlds. It's an empowering place where they can create a Lego world, a Barbie world, a Play-Doh world, whatever it is they're using, sticks and stones, and they get to be the directors. They get to say what's going on in that world. They get to act out, plan, design, and be the producers of their own show. They get to feel the power of manifestation, something that all of us adults want to do, right? We want to create our own lives, a business and a life that we love, as Marie Forleo says. We want to create a world, a home, a community, a school system, a healthcare system, whatever your passion project is, that reflects our values. Children are doing that. They're already in that place. They don't have those voices in their heads that say, who are you to change the world? Who are you to design the world? Who are you to say how it should look? No, they know that they are powerful creators and they're there to create. They create their little worlds and they enact what they want to see in it. Constructing worlds, the design mind, the mind that says, I can create in the image that I have in my head. I can put it out into the world, out on paper. You know, it's really amazing. It's artistic expression, but it's also architectural. It's also value-based. It's based on how I want to create the world, how I want the world to look. Number 5 is attunement to your body. Children learn to attune to the schemas, the urges that they have. Through play, through free, unstructured play, explore important schemas. And these are just urges that they have. I have a video all about schemas if you want to go into it deeper. But things like the urge to transport things from one to the other, to hide things, to envelop things, to test trajectory, to test speed, to feel different textures, etc. All of the different body urges that we might have. Children know how to attune to their body through play. They learn how to attune to their body. When they are free to play, they aren't sitting still in a chair and writing at a desk. When they are free to play, they're running around, they're exerting themselves. They actually push themselves into workout level sweats naturally because they follow their body's needs. They're in touch with the fact that now I need to stretch, and now I need to run, and now I need to bear some weight, and now I need to rest, and now I want to sprawl out on the floor and lie down. Children attune to their body through play, which is something that we quietly dampen and quieten within them. No, you can't run around now. Now you have to sit still. That's what we adults tell them. And then we wonder why we all have backaches, why we all are overweight, because we've lost that childlike attunement to our bodies and to our body's needs. Imagine a world where we didn't tell children to sit down and be quiet, where we told them that whatever their body wants to do, they should be doing, they should be following, they should be moving, they should be flowing with their body's needs. Imagine how many health ailments we could prevent if children maintained that attunement with their body through play. Number 6 is artistic expression. We mentioned this on constructing worlds, but artistic expression goes much further than just building worlds. It goes into emotional expression as well. Children express their fears, their anger, their joy through art. When we show them a blank piece of paper, they aren't overwhelmed. They know what to do. They can express themselves. They can draw, they can paint, they can sing, they can dance. Children let things out. They process big emotions, just as you and I would, through dance or through song or whatever it is, naturally, when they're allowed. But then we say, well, no, you're not drawing that correctly. You're not coloring in the lines. You're not dancing just right. Let me sign you up to a class. Let me teach you how to do it well. Completely missing the point that this child is expressing what's within them. They understand that life is a dance worth dancing, and that they don't have to have ballet classes to do it well. Number 7, and perhaps my favorite aspect of play, is pretend play. Emotional and social processing through play. When children play socially together or even on their own, they act out their lives and they can become whoever they want to become. They put on a cape and they're a superhero. They hold a baby and they're a mother. They work at a computer and they're suddenly the boss. Children can take on different identities, and they know what we adults have forgotten, which is that all of us are ever changing. All of us can become whoever we want to become just by pretending. They know how to fake it till they make it. They know how to step into different perspectives. And this is how they naturally develop empathy and social skills, because they learn what it's like to be a mom by pretending to be a mom, and to be a teacher by being the teacher. And they process that fear of mummy leaving them at school by leaving mummy in the game. They suddenly take on different roles, test out different perspectives in a way that we adults could really learn from. This type of pretend play is crucial to emotional health. It's crucial to social development. And rather than thinking of it as leftovers, as what you should do when you're done with your homework, we should be prioritizing this type of play as the top priority for our children's lives. So if this was helpful for you, give me a love in the comments below, and I would love to hear which of these categories is something that you want to work on with your child, that you want to make more space for. I don't mean work on by telling them to do it. I mean allowing it to develop. Is it constructing worlds or pretend play? Is it attuning to their bodies and moving? Is it artistic expression? What of these are most pressing for you and most interesting for you, and you're most curious about developing more in your life? One of the best ways, and I promise I'd give you a resource, to start reclaiming play in your home is to declutter, simplify your environment, and set up your play zones. The way to do this is to download my free childhood design guide over at theparentingjunkie.com/design and work through it. It's easy. In fact, it's called 10 easy steps to transform your home into a play-inducing haven. It's my gift to you, and I very much hope you will use it and let me know how it goes. If you would like to be part of a community of like-minded parents, head on over to Facebook and join my free group, Love Parenting with Avital. We would absolutely love to have you and your insights in there. If this was helpful for you, I would love it if you slam on that like button and share it with anyone else who has young children at home and who could benefit from reclaiming play, or with teachers or caregivers who you know who are looking after young children and need some inspiration. Now, did you know that I've launched a Parenting Junkie podcast? I would absolutely love to have you over there. It's separate content from what goes on over here on YouTube, and you can subscribe on any of your favorite podcast platforms. Just look for the Parenting Junkie Show, and don't forget to leave me your review and your rating. I love to hear those. Thank you. I'm also on Instagram at Parenting Junkie, and if you would, snap a picture of your child at play and hashtag Parenting Junkie so I can get the joy of seeing your child immersed in play. That would just make my day. Now, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because next week, here's what's coming. Today, I'm going to outline 10 things that people who want to be peaceful parents, respectful, gentle, conscious parents should try to avoid saying, and what we can say instead.